2000s into now, you kind of have this back and forth between Japan and America when it comes to Christian, Christian thoughts, Christian symbolism. Generally, of course, when we look at anime, we have a lot of kind of superficial stuff, right? So you have Christian symbols, crosses, churches, evil priests used in anime. What are some anime that use those symbols? Just call them out. Hellsing for sure. Evangelion. What else? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Saint Seiya. That's good one too. Trigun. Yeah. We could go for an hour about this too. So yeah, you have kind of some of the maybe negative connotations sometimes, but it kind of opens a door for Christians to be like, oh, well, maybe there's something here. And in fact, we think about a lot of this kind of superficial, surface level stuff, but we maybe don't give Japan enough credit. I have a close friend that's a pastor in Dallas. He wrote a thesis on the depth of Evangelion, saying, hey, there was actually some mistranslations in some of the interviews. There's actually more depth here than people give it credit for. And there's this wonderful artist, theologian, whose name is Makoto Fujimura. He lives in New York. He's from Japan. And he talks about the collective trauma of the Japanese people and how some of that is actually related to the hidden Christians and the persecution of the Christians, 700-800 years ago. And that's part of their collective memory as a Japanese people. So there is some depth there, surprisingly. But we've gone and really, really ridden with it. And so in America, a lot of Christians are viewing anime through this Christian perspective. And there's a lot of different ways to do that. There's a whole structure. There's what's called 6 different viewpoints of how to view it. We're kind of do one here, where we're just kind of looking at what are the good things that we can draw out of it. And when I say good, it's what kind of themes primarily are things that we can see in anime, not intentional, but that we see there that maybe encourages us in our own faith. So that's one thing. We're also looking at rejecting what we don't like, right? So whatever is pure, whatever is holy, like what are these things that we maybe don't want to really look at in anime? For some people, there's kind of this, not for some people, for all of us, there's kind of a line where there are things where I probably shouldn't watch this, and it's kind of a shifting line depending on who you are, right? For me, it's not necessarily fan service, it's really gory stuff, because that stuff just stays with me for days, like I'm thinking about all that imagery. So I kind of stay away from gory anime. For you, you might just figure, yeah, gore, that's great, let's move on to the next thing, and it's no big deal, right? So there's kind of this shifting line.